And it's time everyone realized that there's absolutely no cure for diseases through allopathic thinking. Because diseases are an illusionary concept. These are concepts of people that don't understand basic chemistry and physics and how they interplay, how nature interplays that with the workings of atoms and things. They just don't understand how the body really works. And because of that, and because they use this theory, this concept of diseases, they killed over 1 million people last year. And you, or those of you who are listening to this, need to protect yourself from the idealism of diseases, the illusion called diseases. But because the ignorance is so high in allopathy, the use of the word health is vomitous to me and synonymous with allopathic thinking. Because medical thinking has absolutely nothing to do about the health of the individual other than to surgically remove an obstruction or tissue that's decaying and breaking down, things like this. You know, and this might sound strong to you guys or those just tuning in, but you have to get yourself awake, because last year allopathy in the United States killed over 1 million people. Naturopathic none and homeopathic none. So you have to start waking up to this ridiculous syndrome called allopathic thinking. It's ridiculous. But let's take a look a minute. Let's stop for a minute and let's look at some very basic things. When you're looking at the human body, what are you looking at? You're looking at skin, arms, legs, you know, whatever. But what are we looking at really? I mean, we can go all the way down to the atoms, but let's do how the atoms are arranged. What we have is pretty much a human body consisting of roughly, the latest count, 100 trillion cells. Getting healthy is simple, 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 simple. I don't care what you got. There's no such thing as incurable diseases. There's tons of incurable people. Tons of incurable people because of this. Their minds, their emotions, they're whacked out. They don't understand. They're opinionated. They get trapped in their belief systems. And some people believe in the allopathic community so strongly that they kill them. They go all the way and let them kill them. I see this constantly, almost every day. Even when they know their drugs aren't working and everything, they just keep going more. Stronger chemo, stronger this, stronger that. Pretty soon they kill the patient. Next. Man must wake up. And you must wake up of this killing machine called allopathy. Must change the thinking of how that system is. Very, very important. So taking a look at the human body simplistically, a bunch of cells. I go to the liver, bunch of cells. I go to the gallbladder, bunch of cells. Go next door to the brother pancreas, a bunch of cells. Go down to the spleen where the blood cleans itself into the sewer system, bunch of cells. I go to blood vessels, bunch of cells. I go to the lungs, a bunch of cells. I go to your ovaries, a bunch of cells. I go to your prostate, a bunch of cells. I go to the brain, a bunch of cells. Now, each cell is different. I mean, we have groups of cells that buddy up and become your muscle. We have groups of cells that become your endocrine glands. We have a group of cells that become neurons or your nervous systems. So the body is comprised of all these cells, and there's spaces between every cell. Every cell stands alone as an individual. However, it works with one, as the whole body works as a unit, but individual, just like all life is in creation. Individual, yet supposed to be working as one. So understanding that every cell is like a person. Every cell has memory, and every cell has ability to understand. Going back to the human body is just a bunch of cells, and what else? Two major fluids. Two major fluids. What are these fluids? Blood. Everybody knows we have blood circulating through the body, right? This is the minor fluid. This isn't the dominant fluid. That's what people think. Blood is not the dominant fluid. The lymphatic fluids and interstitial fluids are the dominant fluids. Interstitial, around the cells. What's around cells? Spaces filled with what? Fluids. And you have pipes. You have pipes running everywhere in the human body. Just like you have sewer pipes and water pipes under a foundation of a house and in the walls, you've got them in your body going everywhere. And they go go out everywhere into the capillaries. You have blood capillaries, and what's that second major fluid that is 3 times bigger than the blood? Exactly, the lymphatic fluids, and just emerge interstitial with lymphatic. And then you've got the glymphatic, which is part of the cerebral spinal fluid. So now you've got a lymph system that's probably 4 to 5 times bigger than the blood system. Huge system. Lymphomas, ring a bell? Lymphatic system. All cancers are of the lymph system. So to understand this, you first understand the body's a bunch of cells, and you have pathways everywhere with fluids. 2 fluids. Blood is the kitchen. Lymph is the sewer system. You've got to remove waste from every cell. This is mandatory. So understanding the lymphatic system is key to understanding your road to wellville. I don't care what you have, and there's no incurable diseases because there's no such thing. Those people that use the word diseases, there will never be a cure for diseases, never. And there will never be a cure for an autoimmune condition because that's lumped in diseases with it. There's no cure for that which is illusionary, that which does not exist. So they spend all this money, they get all these people to donate their savings, they take the kids, they do all these things, and they put a smoke screen in front of everybody, and they're just collecting money as they come in. When are we going to wake up and look at the pharmaceutical company and say, bad, very, very, very bad, and criminal? So you must understand this whole idea and understanding that the body is nothing but cells and 2 major fluids. Those 2 major fluids take care of the cells. So this all starts out as a fluid problem before it's a cell problem, because cells are just sitting there waiting for their goodies and then pooping just like an infant from the hospital. You bring your little baby home, you got to feed your little baby, but you got to clean your little baby. Remember, we talked about this, and if you don't clean your little baby's bottom in a timely manner, what do you begin to see on the skin? A burn, a rash, right? Why? And this why is so important that you understand, because this why leads into all the claim of diseases. This simple why, you get a burn back if you don't remove waste properly from tissue. It's that simple. So realize you have 2 major fluids, blood and lymph. The lymphatic fluids as a lipid-based fluid. You can cough up mucus and get a sense from your mucosa, because this mucosa you have lined everywhere in your body is part of the lymphatic system, and it produces mucus. This mucus, of course, is how the body protects itself from proteins, or shall I say acids. So first understanding that the body's nothing but cells no matter where you go, either muscle, nerve, bone, bone marrow, anywhere you go, you've got cells and you've got blood and lymph that are helping to feed the cell and clean the cell. This lymphatic system is a carrier, carries fatty acids from the small bowel to the liver. This lymph system is part of the spinal fluid. This lymph system carries waste from the cells to the lymph nodes and then to the kidneys, the 3 kidneys. One must understand the 3 kidneys in the human body, some people 4 or 5, are the key to your wellness. Because they are the eliminative organs, not the liver. The kidneys are the eliminative organs of the lymphatic system. And what's your 3rd kidney in the human body? Exactly, you were right. I heard you. Your skin, integumentary system, the skin. This is a vital eliminative system hooked right to your lymph system, lymph nodes in the subcutaneous levels below the skin. This is why you see skin problems like rashes and psoriasis and eczema and acne. This is all just cellular sewage going out the skin. And when you see it so aggressively, it's because your 2 other kidneys are shut down, or one of them. You can still pee, and not filter your lymph system. And most of you are on the YouTube or on the Facebooks, you get all this. And the sediment within the urine. I carry these pictures here all the time, showing all this sediment in the bottom of this urine. Without sediment in your urine, medical doctors like to see nice clear urine. Oh really? You like to see water coming out of a sewer system when you flush the toilet and you got stuff in there, you just want to see water coming out, do you? I mean, the idea that you think urine should be clear is insane. If you're not filtering from the kidneys your cellular wastes, where are they going? They're backing up. They're backing up in the spaces in and around the cells, the interstitial spaces. So now we have interstitial cystitis, interstitial this, interstitial that, interstitial inflammation. Why? It's sewage backing up from where? It's cells. There's nothing else in there, guys. There's nothing else in there. Understand, it's all about the terrain. Simply put, no matter what you have, you can fix it always by cleaning up your terrain. The terrain is the interstitial spaces around the cells, because whatever chemistry is there goes back to the cell. And you have lymph capillaries and blood capillaries that spread out everywhere, feeding and cleaning the human body. Two things that are essential to wellville, or you're not going to get to wellville. Changing your diet is only a fourth of the problem. Getting into the body and cleaning it out of these wastes is the essential need of everyone, because we've accumulated so much waste in the human body from our dietary habits. Our dietary habits are so gross. We drink dead milk from cows. We make it into yogurts, we make it into kefirs, we make it into ice cream. We think this is good. And it's the most mucus-forming food in the world. You want your tumors to grow fast or cysts, you want to clog your lungs up and your sinuses up, just drink milk. Have fun, because it's not a lot of fun having a cold and flu-like symptom, is it? Because if you don't have a buildup of mucus, you don't get a cold and flu. But when you have a buildup mucus, the terrain, your inner terrain, or I call it the culturing medium. You have to understand just a basic understanding of chemistry, that there's only two sides to all of chemistry and all the universes. Two sides. One positive, one negative. One male, one female. One base, one acid. So the base chemistry is the female chemistry. It is the healing side of chemistry. Now let me preface this by saying that both ends of chemistry will hurt you. It basically kill you. Both ends of chemistry. Too alkaline, too acidic. Death. Guess which side chemotherapy is on and how down the scale it's on. You're right. It's on the acid side, the corrosive side of chemistry. And it's way down between hydrochloric acid and battery acid. A pH of 1.5 to 2. Nothing can withstand the acids between battery acid and hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid can break down bone. So you can understand that battery acid is even stronger still by 10 times. Battery acid is 10 times hotter, at least, than hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is 10 times hotter than cellular wastes. Cellular wastes are at 3 pH. On this pH scale, it goes from 0 to 14. 0 to 7 is considered the acid side, and 7 to 14, the base or alkaline side. On this planet, to have life, it can't be predominantly acidic, because acids in chemistry are corrosive. So this planet is predominantly base chemistry, alkaline chemistry, and your foods must follow that same way. Well, we're used to piling in the acid foods, the cooked milks, the dead animal foods, the beans, the grains. These are all acid foods or acid-forming foods. You have to get your lymphatic system filtering through your kidneys, or there is no remedy. You can't treat anything. You can't treat acidosis except with alkaline chemistry. There's no treating symptoms with chemicals. There's no controlling, suppressing, blocking, things like this with pharmaceuticals, blocking one action to stop a symptom over here. Because all symptoms of the human body fall into acidosis or alkalosis. 90% of them, though, is acid works. You know, this is just insane. And this is just bleeding the people of the money, giving them false hope, putting a carrot, just like cancer, putting a carrot in front of their nose. Nobody cures cancer because it's an incurable disease. It's illusionary concepts that don't exist. Anybody that has tumor or has acids breaking down cells, it's easy to stop that. As long as you can get what? Your kidneys filtering. How many years have they been trying to find a cure for cancer? And every time it's that little carrot in front of the nose. There's no cure for things that don't exist. Understanding the reality of chemistry and the reality of how your body works, now that's smart. And that'll save your life and make you a happy, happy being. Because chemistry rules everything here. It's not like there's somebody coming in from Moose Jaw, Alaska, there's something rare coming in or some disease flying around going to land on people. This is all bullcrap. And as long as you buy into that, you're walking down the road to Hellville, not Wellville. So the first thing you want to do is change your diet now. Don't sit there and think that the diet has nothing to do with it. There's another ridiculous concept out of allopathy. As smart as you think they are, and diet has nothing to do with it. I have a minute ago I said it has nothing to do with it. Does it? We swim and live in the world of chemistry. Are you kidding? That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. Diet has nothing to do with it. What you bring in, what you eat, what you drink, what you breathe, and what you put on your skin is how you bring the outside world of chemistry in. And not everything in the outside world is friendly, if you hadn't noticed. So you have to be real careful. The makeups you use, everything you put on your skin, you're going to absorb it in. Well, now you own it. Now, how do you get it back out? And that's called detoxification. Detoxification is the name for cleaning the human body. And also, the highest aspect of detoxification, of course, is cellular regeneration, the rebuilding of tissue. Because I'm telling you, there is no remedy. There's no cure, and there never will be. You can donate your life savings to the church, if you will, to pharmaceutical companies, to research, and you'll never find a cure. This is all hype. Little white coats in there, they're looking through the microscopes. Let me tell you, health is so much simpler than that. Man's lost. If he doesn't wake up, he's terminating himself. And thank God for you beautiful YouTubers and you guys that are on the Facebooks, and you guys are tearing this apart because you have proved to the world that you can reverse your problems. If you want to be well, you have to eat well. And eating well for the human is fruits, berries, and melons. You can have a salad a day, I don't care.